Well, welcome back to Foxborough. I mean, Hope Harbor Zoo, everyone. Welcome, everyone. We are officially in Season 3 of Hope Harbor Zoo. You can see the new logo appear across the screen. A big shout out to my good friends Nicholas Linerider and Forge for kind of collaborating on this logo. Super excited for it. It really does represent a new booming time for Hope Harbor Zoo. We have so much planned this season, and I just can't wait to get into it with all of you. So we should probably talk about all this stuff. So this is Ends of the Earth. Well, it was originally Ends of the Earth, but now I think we call it Polar Passageway. So this is essentially our Arctic area. Let me actually get it into a little bit better, like lighting over here. Yeah, check that stuff out. So this was made all the way back at least a year and a half ago by my good buddy Crocs. Big shout out to him. He owns Nibe Crocodile Park over in Europe, ZSU, and it's a beautiful park. I really do recommend you guys check it out. But he actually made this way back in the day of Foxborough Zoo. You could actually see we have the little Foxborough Zoo logo over there. Shout out to Bold for that. But yeah, this is actually really incredible being able to look at this. So I kind of ripped it out from Foxborough Zoo. In case if you guys are not aware, Foxborough Zoo was one of my older projects in like the YouTube sphere. Unfortunately, I am discontinuing it officially. It's just not meant to be. I'm not a big fan of it anymore. It got a little bit too much out of my hands, and I really didn't like where it ended up. However, it still has a place in here as a long-standing honorable mention to it, and kind of like a dedication to it. So this is essentially what we're working with over here. It's a big section. It already has so many habitats. We're going to do a walkthrough of it in a little bit. But before we actually do get into that and talk about what big animal is in there, small minor updates to Hope Harbor Zoo. Since the overall tour, I did some minor changes around here, if I could actually zoom in around here. So I did some light terrain work around here. I don't think I did any over here, but I think I kind of continued it all throughout here. I don't really know where I actually put it, to be honest. Either way, we had some small changes in here. I'm trying to think, was it like over here? Yeah, I think it definitely was over here. So I did kind of continue like the path work throughout here. Nothing too intense. I will be focusing on getting some more cool birds to throw in here, because this is Raptor Ridge. That's where we keep all of our raptors and our other kind of miscellaneous birds. Our waterfowl have a huge section over here. Super happy about that. Check out all these guys in here. In case if you want any waterfowl in ZSU, hit me up, because I have plenty to go around. But yeah, just minor updates all around. I think I did some minor work. I don't know, just pathways and stuff like that. I think I did a little bit of stuff over there, but nothing really too crazy. I did end up doing this. I don't think this was in the tour. This is the bridge to Island of Color. So now it's kind of like this beautiful suspension bridge with like these multicolor kind of beams going across the way. It's just super bright, super nice. And I still got to do some flags over here, so hopefully I'll do those eventually. But I'll still be working on like the infrastructure around here, just making sure the guests can't fall off and stuff. Luckily, ZSU doesn't take into account guest welfare, so that is more than fine. But I'm trying to think of what else was done before I get into the good stuff over here. Nothing really. Okay, so let's kind of talk about this. Ends of the Earth, or yeah, that's how it was originally known, is this beautiful, beautiful kind of exploration into the polar lands. So most of these exhibits are going to focus around the Arctic Circle, with a few focusing on the Antarctica. We'll see those in a little bit, but I previously had some stellar sea eagles over in, oh god, I'm trying to remember, Raptor Ridge, and I moved these guys over here because we already had this as like a completed aviary. So I was like, alright, we might as well kind of justify this section a little bit more and throw these eagles into this little aviary, and it looks super awesome too. Keep in mind, I still got to work with the pathing. I still got to make everything kind of a little bit more coherent, but it really did fit perfectly in here. As we kind of continue throughout here as well, we could see these little bunkers. These actually lead into underwater viewings for our polar bears, which, by the way, there is Kobe. Kobe is our male polar bear. I named him after the Roger Williams Park Zoo polar bear, who unfortunately did pass away. So this is kind of like continuing his legacy, I guess. I'm writing it into Hope Harbor lore that we actually did receive Kobe from the Roger Williams Park Zoo. And he now is safe and happy in Hope Harbor Zoo, which makes me super happy. And can we talk about this polar bear remaster? I know we can't really see it too well right now. Let me actually speed up time a little bit so he wakes up. But look at how awesome of a job Nick and Gaboy did on this. It is gorgeous now. He actually looks like a real polar bear. It's just beautiful. Amazing work, you two. Oh my gosh, look at that. He looks like a real polar bear now. It's great. We'll see more of the variants in the mod showcase once we actually do get to it. But for anyone who was not aware of this section, I'm just doing this tour just to kind of walk you through it. So we have some sections about like plants in the Arctic, kind of talking about what you would typically find over there. We have another one right there. So essentially what ZSU is, for anyone who's just tuning in for the first time, ZSU is kind of like franchise mode, but so much better. Instead of being run on the Frontier servers, it's actually run on a, I guess, private server. It's not really private, it's public, but it's private because it's run by someone. You know what I mean. Either way, you get to trade animals, you get to buy them from stores, and you actually get to grow your collection in a much more organic way. Instead of creating these like really crappy breeding farms, which I hate about like franchise mode and challenge mode, you actually get to create beautiful zoos, and you get to create something that's a lot more realistic, which if you're into that stuff, definitely do check out the link down below just to join us. But yeah. Talking about other stuff in here, this is essentially what would be known as a bear trap. So that's kind of how bears are rescued and taken in up in the Great White North, and then kind of taken into research or veterinary facilities whenever it's needed. And as we kind of continue on here, we actually see an animal I don't have yet. So in case if you do have a snowy owl, be sure to hit me up, because these are just kind of like plastic owl scares, essentially. So those guys are standing right there. And again, I apologize for any kind of like open area. I really wanted to fix this up before this, but my week got so blasted with like things to do, people to see, and it was just crazy. But I got some really good news this week, so hopefully I could let you guys in on that relatively soon. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. We could see this main section over here, and I do apologize to anyone who's politically active right now. This was made before the whole thing happened, so just ignore any of that kind of theming happening in there. But still, we could see that we have these really awesome sections in here, where you could see these beautiful multi-stage habitats. Over there, well, all of this is one habitat, but on the other side, it's pretty much implied that they can't cross into each other's sections. So let me actually show you this from above to give you a better view, I guess. Over here would be one section, so this polar bear has free roam to that. This bridge can extend so that they could kind of meet up with this area, but ideally, given like the layout of this place, one bear in here, one bear in here, and then one bear in here. We'll see that in a little bit. But let's kind of continue on. We have this area for Wolverine. I might change that out for something else relatively soon, but it's a beautiful little habitat. Hey, Tiger Drake, if you're listening, I would love a Wolverine baby if you have one. But yeah, they would go in there essentially. A lot of really cool details in here. I really do suggest you guys check out like the old tour of this place, because it really was such a eye-catching experience. If we pop over here into this little indoor viewing, and again, I apologize, some things aren't completely lined up, so a little things did get shifted and moving. Hey Lion, how are you doing? But you can see that they have full interiors as well. It's just so incredible to have all this stuff in here. But yeah, just a really solid area in here. We have this little staff section, so you could actually see that they're kind of like watching them. That's super cute right there. And yeah, that's really it. Tons more backstage holding for all of these animals. It's super awesome. But yeah, pretty much that over there. And then we kind of continue on to the more aquatic area. So over here to our right, we have another section for our bears. I am interested in getting grizzly bears as well. I kind of have like 4 bear species right now, so I really do want a grizzly bear just to get that relatively soon. We're going to be building for American black bear and spectacled bear soon too, so keep your eyes posted on the channel. And yeah, that's really it. So then we move on to the pinniped section, and we currently have 2 out of 3 of these species, but they're not going to be in here. Ideally, I'm planning for species like stellar sea lion, Antarctic fur seal, or northern fur seal, sorry. Walrus would be cool, sea otter would be cool. Just hoping to get a lot of those species going. I feel like that'd be super great to have. But yeah, that's pretty much it over there. Unfortunately, we don't really have much to look at in here. If we pop over here and we go across this little bend over here, I love these little fences. They came out so good. They're using like the little font pieces. So it's just a super, super awesome fence to have. I don't know. I dig it. But right over here, I apologize. My throat's a little bit froggy right now. Let me actually... Alright, hopefully we should be good now. We just needed to like cough a little bit. But here we have another view into the polar bear habitat. Again, just another alternative viewing just to be able to see these guys. They wouldn't be able to climb out here. And even if they did, we have that hot wire up there so they're not able to escape. And I think if we continue over this way, we have a little bit of an elevated viewing platform. So you could actually get a top-down look into the seal pool. Or rather, walrus pool. Whatever we get, it'll be super awesome to have in there. And then over to our left, we have what would be for... I would aim for belugas. ZSU North America has made it clear that they're okay with cetaceans. They'll probably come eventually. And I really do want to get belugas. I feel like this would be such awesome habitat for them. And I'll expand it too. Don't you worry, Tiger Drake. I really do want to aim for them. I feel like they'd be an incredible species to have. Right now it says harbor porpoise. I don't think those are in captivity in the United States. Though they would probably be a much cuter species to have. But that's pretty much what's hizzity happening in there. And then in here we have the penguinarium, or penguin dome, or whatever. Nothing's happening in it. I'll just show you guys right away. It's not really too interesting. You see, nothing's happening in here. It's nothing crazy. But that is pretty much it for the polar passageway. I apologize. It's been a while since I've been doing videos. I apologize just because, I don't know, just been super busy, but I hope you guys enjoy this. It took me a good while just to be able to get this in, like, the right spot in Hope Harbor, because now we have, like, all this area to expand. I'm hoping to expand on this area over here. We'll have, like, a nice Himalayas area, kind of based on the Marco Polo Trail. We have, like, this area in here that is literally not being occupied at all, so we can get some stuff going on in there. And, of course, we have the rest of Africa, which I'm working on some deals for. We should be getting lions relatively soon, and some other cool animals from Forge. But besides that, that is really it, my friends. I say we end it with the view of Kobe the polar bear. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to, you already know what to do. Take care and have the most wonderful of wonderful days. Goodbye now.